I saw a space recently on Twitter that the space was literally this: why do black people even exist? That
You're
was
lying.
Rakatati ta ta. He's pussy bitch. Ooh la 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 la. C'est bon. C'est bon. A new cut, a new color, a new style. And I'm back, Michael.
No ma'am, no Pam, no green eggs and ham, because I am the man, Danny.
Okay, Dr. Seuss.
Oh, okay, Bibi Zahara.
Listen, she is the mother. And I feel like a lot of people don't put enough respect on her name because at the end of the day, she was the first. Yeah.
The first crown queen to ever lose a competition. Just kidding. I love Bibi Zahara Benet. Funny
You
enough.
didn't have to bring that up. Also, 4 was a rough spot.
3.
Oh my God, it was 3. My bad.
We need to have a rematch. But no, All Stars 3 was rough. Honestly, it was too much. But I will say this about Bibi. I love Bibi so much. Like her song Banjo. You ever heard of Banjo? Her song?
No, I was listening to some of her songs today actually, so I might know it, but not like know it, but it might have been playing today in the background. I was at work.
It's such a good song.
I just had it in the background. I was like feeling my oats on my computer like pussy bitch.
Right. That was such a moment too. Funny enough, when that hat came out, my students, I would play that verse over and over again. And I had sent a clip to Bibi. And Bibi was like, yeah, she's so cute. Oh my God, the kids are so cute. So yeah, we had a little interaction. But yeah, she's amazing. You know, just love
Toronto in a few weeks, I think. She has a documentary coming out. I won't be able to watch the documentary in person, but I did sign up online to watch it online. So I'm excited to see her documentary. I'm just like her. I think she's a really nice person. She is a professional. Like she carries herself
very much that
forum. I respect her a lot. I'm just proud of her and whatever she's doing.
Yeah, I love Bibi. Again, love Bibi Sanders. Yeah, I'm proud of her too. I didn't even know she had a documentary. This is my first time hearing of it, so now I gotta go look it up because that's interesting. I would love to see her journey. And speaking of journey, girl, this hair journey, you're back to the locks. Look at the journey. We come full circle moment. It looks so good.
Thank
my
you.
God, I love an updo.
Shout out to my stylist here in Toronto. Actually, he's not really in Toronto. He's a little out of the city. But Benji, he does an amazing job. Like, look at her. Look at her.
Look.
My chair is noisy.
Wow. Shout out to Benji. Shout out. Wonderful job. You look stunning.
Oh, okay. So quickly. Like,
how long did it take?
I want to say 4 hours.
And that's quickly?
For my big head and the length of this and everything, it could... The slot that was booked out was 7 hours. Or about 6.5 hours or so. So because it can take that long. So the fact that they did it in like a couple hours, less, I was thoroughly impressed. And it
looks amazing. It looks really, really good. Oh, Michael, look at you, stunning, glowing, it's everything.
I think so. It's something that I'm going to try and stick with. Am I centered?
Yeah.
I think so.
No, yeah, you're good. But plus, your birthday's around the corner. P.S. Michael's birthday is around the corner.
Okay. I do accept gifts. So, for everyone out there wondering, I don't have a P.O. box. That's the only thing.
You should get that real quick.
I should get one. I could get one tomorrow.
You should get one.
If y'all want to send me stuff for my birthday, let me know, and I'll go get a P.O. box so you can send me stuff. Like, for real. I love gifts. Christmas is my favorite time of the year, and it's my birthday at the same time. Get into it. Treat me.
Speaking of which, because you asked me a question, literally about the Christmas gifts and the birthday gifts.
Yes.
Do you do you think, honestly, because I don't think this, that you should buy 2 separate gifts, one for the birthday and one for Christmas? You do?
As a
Okay, I feel
December
like
baby that is born very close to Christmas, I don't like the holiday with my personal day being mixed and being like blended into one, because I feel like I'm being cheated. You know, like, this is my birthday. Like, give me something for that, and then for Christmas,
Right.
that's a whole other situation. So that's how I feel about it. If you're born on the day of Christmas, then that's a whole different situation. I feel like if you're born on Christmas Day or like Boxing Day, maybe Christmas Eve, like it gets a little murkier because it's like it's a whole weekend, it's a whole 3-day stretch. Everything is really, really blended. But if it's like a couple of days apart, a week, don't do that to me. No.
Yeah, because my niece was born on Boxing Day, so like, and y'all birthday's coming up, ironically, and I'm planning on getting her just one gift because she's not gonna remember at all. She's only turning 2.
She's turning 2, so she don't need nothing. Like, give her
like
something that makes noise around the house. She'll be fine. She doesn't need 2 of anything. But as she gets older, even then, because it's Boxing Day, I would give her one nice gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, you know what? Like one nice little gift that, honestly, I last year I bought her sneakers so she could grow into. So I might do something similar to that, something she can grow into, you know? Yeah. But yeah, so might just do that.
Shout out to all the Sagittariuses in the world because you guys are amazing. And I just wanted you to know that.
Shout out to all the Geminis in the world because
Gemini
you guys are
evil and they stress me the hell out.
You're lying. The man just lied just now. So I stress you out? Me? Little old me?
You know, I've noticed a lot of things with Geminis. I have a few Gemini family members and people in my life. And I don't believe a lot in astrology, to be honest with you. I don't. I only go out hard for Sagittarius because I'm a Sagittarius. I'm like,
right.
We great.
So is Geminis, literally, Geminis are the best. We get a bad rep, okay? Our sign gets a bad rep, all right? Like, and, look, I don't know what we do, but we get a bad rep all the time, and I always say we are one of the top tier signs, if not the top tier sign.
Mm-hmm.
You don't agree?
Mm-hmm. No. So again, I'm not an astrologist. I don't believe a lot in it, but based off of personal experiences with a lot of these people, multiple family members, you, and some other people in life, it says you guys, there's a duality with you guys. There is like 2 heads, 2 sides of the same coin, and it kind of signifies how two-faced y'all can be, and I have seen.
We are not two-faced at all. Nope.
I have seen and experienced it. You probably aren't. Probably you ain't. But I have seen it. I have seen it.
You know what? I will say this. We have another side. I always say I have an ugly side, and that only comes out when I have to defend either myself, my family members, or my loved ones. Anybody that I care about. That's when that ugly side comes out. But otherwise, I'm like, no, we chill. But Sagittarius, though, let me tell you this.
Okay, I'm listening.
Let me tell you this. I dated a male Sag before, and the guy was nuts. Like, he was nuts. He was crazy, and it just seemed like he lacked the common skills of communication, as well as he wasn't as affectionate as he could have been, showing, because I'm a very affectionate person, as you can tell. I'm just outgoing, so you could just imagine what I'm like in a partnership. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, he just wasn't given enough. So we wanted to just split in ways, and he wanted to like cursing me out because I didn't want to be in the partnership anymore. I was like, oh, so this is what y'all Sagittarius are about.
I know a lot of people born in December as well. I'm not that way, but I do know people that are that way, and that's why I say the whole astrology thing being carrying weight with how your personality is. I don't really believe in it because I know Sagittarius that we're very close to like the date within December that we're born, and they're like what you said, not great at communicating, very distant, and not very warm and affectionate, and kind of selfish. And I am the biggest emotional ball you could find. I want hugs all the time. I want you to look on me. And you know me in communication. It's like we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, very much that.
That's me. So
you're like such a different Sag though. Like it's funny because like looking at it from a scale, like you're just different from all the other Sages I've met, men and female.
I feel like they're Sages just like me. I've met a lot of them because a lot of times when they meet, a lot of times when people are like comparing us, they're like, you're a little different. But one thing they always say that we all have, there's a common thread is that if we care hard. So I feel like the ones that people meet that are not that affectionate is because they didn't really care to begin with, you know? Like when they do find that one that they care about, then they're going to become that big, mushy, affectionate person and all of that that you needed from day one. But they're because I know for me, if I don't care about you, there's nothing much you can expect.
Yeah.
I give you dust. That's me. But in general, people in my life, I care about them, so they get all of this all the time. I don't have anyone around me in my life that I don't care about, so no one gets to experience me just like not giving a damn.
So basically, he didn't care about me.
Maybe.
But no, I just had to make a joke, y'all. But yeah. But again, I understand, and I can agree with your statement. But I will say this because I have to on the Gemini, my Gemini fellow people. There is a huge difference between a May Gemini and a June Gemini. Because I know a couple of May Geminis, and I'm a June Gemini. We're different people. But I'll leave it at that.
You know, the Geminis I know, they're all June, except for one.
Okay.
And the one is where I was like, there's some things wrong here. The May one, there's some things that I'm like, you show me this, but then I see this going on. So it's like, which one are you?
They different, child.
Anyway. I know a few of them actually. When I think about it, a few of them, and they're pretty much that way. I don't know, a lot of factors. People are complex. I don't know, but what I want to talk about, the specific person, is the new National Hero of Barbados, the girl Riri. I am so proud of her.
I did not know that. This is breaking news.
Are you under a rock? It was all over the place today.
Wow. Shout out to Rihanna. First of all, didn't know that. And okay, I love Rihanna. One thing I've always said is that Rihanna is my cousin. Like, I think a lot of people always say that celebrities, but Rihanna is literally my cousin. Okay.
So you're Asian now.
I've always been. Like, I've literally always been. It's in the family. Do you not see this? But wow, shout out to Rihanna. Congrats. Tell me more. I'm invested.
Yeah, so she's a national hero, and I think that's pretty cool. And it's like right on the cusp, or right on the, this around the same time when they're pulling away from the monarchy and England and everything.
Yeah,
I think it's amazing that they chose her. She's an entertainer. but she's more than that. She's a
Yeah.
philanthropist, and she has done great many things for her country. With a
Very.
national disaster, she's the first to donate and to encourage others to donate to charities that will help her country. She's always trying to uplift the country and build, things there, build up their infrastructure and
Mhm.
all of that type of stuff. She's done a lot for Barbados, and I think it's well deserved. Sometimes they give certain accolades to people, and it's like, she really loves her country. She loves where she's from, and she really shows up for them in the best possible way.
Yeah, shout out to Rihanna. Listen, I've loved Rihanna since her coming out with "Hey, Mr. DJ, on the replay." Okay, just saying. But I've loved Rihanna since then, and to see her do these incredible things, I'm just like so amazed and in awe by her because
And
she is.
National Hero is a big deal. In Jamaica,
Yeah,
I think we have
Spice. I love Spice. I'm just saying.
yeah.
Shout out to Spice. I love Spice.
Our national hero in Jamaica is someone that sings "Under the Sheet." Yeah.
That right there. Oh, that's my shit. Like, hold on.
It's a good song. It's a good song.
It is. It is.
She could become a national hero one day, for
Yeah,
sure. I don't know if it's going to happen today or tomorrow, but one day. I think my voice just got hoarse all of a sudden. It just went really down. Okay. But yeah, even in Jamaica, like the closest thing we've gotten to that was Usain Bolt. If you don't know, he's the fastest man in the world.
Yeah.
He was given like an honorable status. He wasn't named like a national hero to the best of my knowledge, but he got a whole statue made of him, and he was like the honorable Usain Bolt. So that's like, a big
shout out to him too. Wow.
In Jamaica, we have one national hero we have one heroine, and she was a former slave. She's called Nanny of the Maroons. Yeah. And she was on our money and everything. I think we have, I want to say 10, but I feel like I'm wrong. It's been so long since I've been in school. Sometimes you just forget things.
Yeah, you listen. It happens.
It's not a proud moment right now, but I'm not too sure. But I think we have 10 of them, and we haven't had a new one in a long time. But the fact, I think, but in Barbados, I read that they had one back in the 90s that they inducted that has a single name, like Rihanna, Cher, Beyonce. So Rihanna is like the second one they've added that only has one name.
Wow. What? Yeah, right. Words right out of my mouth. It's funny because you brought up money as like currency, and I carry currency from not only your country, Jamaica, but I got currency from Barbados as well.
Really?
And St. Thomas and St. Lucia, because I visited those islands back in, I want to say 2017. It was 2017 when I visited all the islands, and I got currency from each one. I carried in my wallet as just, my souvenir, because I just think it's beautiful to look at it. I think the money is beautiful too. And it's funny enough, I also got money from Ghana. My friend is African, and she, came back and gave me currency from there. So I'll show you after this. Like, it's a whole bunch of things, and it's really nice. So
I used to carry around a US $2 bill when I was younger.
I had that in my wallet too.
Because they discontinued them, and I don't know who said it to me. They're like, keep it because it's like good luck or something. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And I think
it is.
The first time I got it, I spent it. I was like,
why would you do that?
I was a kid and I needed sweets. I needed candy. So I was like, I'm going to buy something with
money ain't a thing. Scrap it. It's because I still have mine in my wallet. Okay, you're going to find this a little weird. I've never, ever told anybody this. I used to collect the quarters from my country. I was so into the States behind the quarters.
Yeah.
And I wind up trying to collect all of these things. And my sister kept spending my money. So I would
so you never got
so bad. She would keep spent on sweets and treats, I would be so livid. I would be like, where is my money? And I wasn't saving it to spend it. I was really saving it to like get a wall of it and like have it in like a book.
That
Girl,
nice.
I gave up after the 5th time of her spending my money.
Not her like trampling on your little dreams. Oh,
that little scammer you. She was the first scammer I've ever met in my life. Now I get the calls.
On a more somber note, have you heard of the passing of Virgil Abloh?
Yes, I have.
Abloh, I think it's pronounced. I'm so bad at pronouncing names. But he was the Louis Vuitton artistic director. He died at 41. He had cancer. It shocked everyone.
I can't even catch my words that I'm trying to come out of my mouth right now because I heard the news when I was laying in bed with my partner, and my partner is very invested into a lot of things. So when he told me, I was like, oh, I was like choked up and gagged because I was like, wow, like I didn't know that this happened. And then I started watching his video clip with Naomi Campbell and him talking about himself and stuff. And that really like was touching. And I was like, you know, rest his soul. And I hope he's in a better place now. But it's tragic because his death, and ironically speaking, a lot of people has been posting Chadwick as well. You know, the Black Panther.
Been 45 the same day that Virgil died.
Right. So it's like
cancer.
Yeah. So it's like it's kind of crazy that this had happened, and cancer sucks. Like it's one of the terrible diseases that just fucking sucks, man. So
it's like
my heart
around. How did it get here? There's no cure for it. It's the worst.
Yeah, but what are your thoughts on it? Like,
I knew of him. I wouldn't say that I was like following his entire career. I knew he was the creator of Off-White. Then he went with Louis Vuitton, and he was very popular within the Black celebrity community. You know. Yeah. And he worked with a lot of people. He did like the cover art for Drake's album, for Kanye West, and he was one of those people that after his passing, you get to hear all these stories and these memories people have of him. And he was very plugged in, and it seemed like a very extraordinary person and like a light to be around. So it is sad that he passed because he had a lot of ideologies about the Black community, about the fashion industry, and all of these things that I thought were just amazing. And to see, for someone like him to be in the space he was in and the position he was in, I knew that if he had been around for much longer, he would have made a lot more changes to better these spaces. And he is going to leave, he has left behind an enormous legacy.
Oh yes, he's definitely had. It's just unfortunate that he passed away due to, you know, cancer. And it just like death is natural, right? Like death is natural, and it sucks because we just have to cope with everything going on. So I just hope that people can celebrate him for all of his accomplishments and the legacy he did leave behind. You know, like as much as people around the world are sad about this, let's also remember the good times and celebrate, you know, his legacy. I feel like that's the best way to honor him and his memory.
I agree. Beautifully said. Speaking of fashion.
Ooh, this thing.
Now, let me put like the backstory of it all.
And you know a lot about fashion, girl. You dress up. You be dressed up.
I'm in literally a freaking sweatshirt right now. Hoodie.
Street chic. Today we are rocking street chic looks, you know.
Let me see. But yeah, I do like to dress up. And when I do it does it well, I've been told.
Yes, you do.
But
I'm expecting something extravagant coming soon.
Maybe. I don't want to put any pressure on myself, so I can't really like talk too much about what my plans are.
I have an expectation now.
So I was working on like a website to sell some stuff that I've been working on and whatever because
Oh,
we love
girl.
fashion, and I wasn't really finished with it to be honest.
Mhm.
And I had pre-scheduled it for like a month or 2 months in advance, and I got so busy with stuff and I forgot to go
Right.
back and fix it. And then it was released on my Patreon, and then they saw the page where my merch was on, and they all loved it. And I was like so mortified when I saw them commenting. I was like, "How did you find this page?" I
Girl,
was wondering. I
you felt
wasn't ready.
exposed.
I was like, I wasn't ready. It wasn't ready for anyone to
He
see it.
wasn't ready.
But it happened. I was like, let's roll with the punches. If it's anyone I can be vulnerable with, and I can share something that I don't think is my best, it's my Patreon family, because those people are so supportive and they're so beautiful, and
Amazing.
I just love them. So
Amazing.
they loved it. And one of Asia, who is like one of
Oh.
my favorite supporters ever, because she's just such a beautiful light of a human being
Mm-hmm.
and so sweet. She got some stuff, and it
I
was
saw.
delivered recently, so she posted them online today. And I was just here at work, like being a little annoyed at stuff because work be work. And
We know, girl. We know. We all can
I was
probably
just
agree.
like, okay, whatever. And then I looked at my phone and I don't even know if I was tagged. I probably was tagged, but I saw the thing and I was like, wait, that's that's my shirt. That's my hat. Wait.
Okay.
I almost cried. I almost. A
Aww.
little bit. A little bit. I was like, this is just too much.
Listen.
And look at her. Look at
Oh,
this.
yeah. Beautiful. Look at Asia, girl.
Look at this
Stop. Look
beauty.
at the mug. Look.
Beautiful.
I just want to say this real quick because I also follow her, and she is a wonderful, wonderful human being. Asia.
To blur this because I don't even know if I'm allowed to show her face.
Yeah, probably not.
Oh my god.
Well,
But
I'll
anyway.
tell them how beautiful she is if it has to be blurred out. Okay, she is a wonderful and amazing woman. I do not know her, and she's always liking, commenting, and supporting me as well. And she's just such a light. More people, I feel like, should be like, not trying to tell people what they should be like, but she is the definition of an amazing person inside and out. And she's so beautiful, so statuesque. Shout out to you, Asia. Stand you. Love you,
First
girl.
time I saw her, I was like, and this is gonna be like a whole Asia fest. Love Asia.
Yeah, because I'm fanning.
But it's fine because this woman is everything. The first time I recognized her on my channel, and then we followed each other on social media, which I follow everyone on social media. If you follow me and like talk to me, like, girl, I'm a normal person like everybody else. I'll follow you back.
Right.
We can talk about whatever.
Ditto.
I was going through her page. I was like, she is stunning. The dreads, the naturalness, everything. She is gorgeous. And every time she dresses up and does a thing, I'm just like, work, Miss Thing.
Listen.
Over the Easter holiday, the Thanksgiving holiday, she was dressed up going to her family reunion. I saw her posting a photo. I was like, her birthday photos.
Oh, birthday photos, sickening. She's sickening. Listen, stand this woman. Okay, first of all, when I saw the photo, all I saw was her face, and I was like, "You are stunning." I was like, "You are stunning," and then I was like, "Oh, I love your hat, this, and that." When I was looking at the photo, and then when I realized, after me and Michael spoke on the phone, Michael was like, "Oh yeah, it's my merch, girl." I said, I gagged. I was like, "I want a hat." If y'all know me,
not even like, not you, literally not realizing what my merch is when you saw, because I got samples of it months ago, and I was talking to him and I showed it to him. I was like, "This is what I'm thinking of, but it's not really the finished product."
Right, because it just caught me off guard. And like you were caught me off guard. So I was like, oh, because that hat I want so bad. I also want, first of all, I'll buy it. Okay, it ain't nothing because I said I was going to buy the damn hat. So the hat and the shirt, sick. And your face look just like that on the shirt too. I got you, girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, the merch is amazing. And again, shout out to Asia. Asia, I just wanted to let you know I stan you and you are an amazing woman. So shout out to you, hearts, kisses, and everything.
Yeah, like she's pretty cool.
And shout out to you too, Michael. Like, shout out to you too.
What?
Just shout out to you. You just like, you're also, okay, first of all, yeah, I say this almost every week
my God.
when we're not on the recording.
He's reading me, y'all.
I mean, the world already has. But with that being said, no, like, I joke with Michael and stuff, but Michael was a really, really hardworking and talented man, and I appreciate our friendship. I was telling him this a couple days ago, like, off the pod and everything, like, he really is an amazing person. I do cherish our friendship. So shout out to you too. You are an amazing and supportive person. Like, you've been there for me when I was going through my ups and downs, and when we had a little kiki laughing.
Dude.
Period. So shout out to you too.
I call you. We be talking when I'm literally like spazzing out.
Oh my God. Girl, let's just say I've seen signs of Michael that I thought only Geminis had.
You see, that's why you Geminis can't be trusted, because y'all be just lying. Why you always lying?
I'm lying, y'all. I'm lying. Whoa.
I want to get into this topic.
Let's do it.
This topic is interesting to me, and it's like I'm a little afraid to talk about it, but not really, because
why are you scared, girl? What is it? Oh, girl, if you're scared, I'm scared. What's happening? What's happening?
No, because sometimes I just get so over the race conversation. Sometimes it's so draining. But
okay. So what is it?
Let's talk about it. So you know what the topic is. I talked to you about it earlier.
Oh, do I? I'm acting. Oh.
Your eyebrows. So you know what? We both have really distinct eyebrows. Mine is like full on arch.
Yeah, you got like the arch. You got the
yours is just
like the.
Yeah.
You have really nice eyebrows, though. I think I've told you that before. Like, I like the way your eyebrows
I meet a lot of
like,
females who ask me if I get them done. And I'm like,
really? No. Do you? Because they look like just. Oh my God, your eyebrows are so nice.
They've been this way ever since I was a kid. You know what used to happen? They used to connect. That was.
Oh, we were unibrow brothers then, because I'm about to come up close to the camera, so don't be scared, y'all. Don't be scared, y'all. But yeah, my eyebrows, like, I would always have to shave the middle, because you see how thick they are? You see how thick?
It's so good, though. It's so good.
You know how thick these brows are? And you know, people always thought I wore mascara. Guys, girls, these are my natural lashes, y'all.
Your lashes are just really long and thick and dark. Like,
yeah, people. It's annoying. Like,
I wish mine was a little bit more like that, because if you look at me, you can't even tell if I have lashes.
Hey, you know what? I think because of your glasses. Like, yeah, let's see. Girl, you got lashes, girl. They're small, but you got them. Like, they're there. If anything, you got mine. Like,
but it would look more sensible, I guess, with you having a unibrow, because it's like the shape. Mm-hmm. Mine is like arch, and then it was just
like a lot. So it looked like it looked like like little swans flying in the air. Like, do you remember as a kid
you draw the
birds, and then it would be that's what it was like that. It's like, let's that's funny.
It was bad, and never going back there. So yeah, the topic today. So let me tell you guys how I came up. Let me just tell the topic. The topic is interracial dating, specifically Black and white. I normally go onto Twitter like once in a blue moon, and when I do, if I see a space open up, And the spaces are just like people go on and they talk about whatever. I think it's Twitter trying to make safe spaces for different people to go and have conversations about whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Which, side note, I saw a space recently on Twitter that the space was literally this: why do Black people even exist? That was,
You're lying.
I promise you. Um, it even
Girl,
made
we
it. It even made it onto to one of the blogs. One of the blogs caught it, and they're like, "Whoa, this is what's going on Twitter, y'all." So spaces are important. Everyone should have a safe space, but good golly, Miss Molly, when you create a lot of safe spaces, it encourages segregation. And like when like-minded people
ignorance.
like-minded people get into a platform that they feel real comfortable because everybody in that forum is of the same mindset, they be talking reckless. And because there's nobody else there to be like, but that's not really right. You're like this other part is being left out, then there's no good dialogue because it's just
Right.
a lot of the same negativity sometimes.
Exactly. Listen, I have a lot of time for these people, so I have a lot of time.
I have none. I'm tired.
Because I need to educate y'all asses real quick.
Let's see you. So one of the spaces I went into one of the mornings, or was it in the evening? I don't know. There is a space called interracial dating or whatever, and I went and I was like, I see a bunch of different looking people because you see the face icons, you see a bunch of different looking people in there. So I'm like, okay, I see white, black, brown, everybody. I said, okay, let's see what's going on here. I tap in. I don't know anybody there. I don't even think I follow anybody. I think it just pops up and you just go into whatever you want.
Yeah.
And I'm listening, and one of the ladies talking about it, she was like, I am a interracial person, mixed person. I'm talking interracial. Mm-hmm. I'm a mixed person, but I don't present Black, and I have the hair and the blue eyes and whatever. And I know I personally, this is not me. If you're listening from wherever, I'm talking about something that somebody else said. I'm very Black looking. Dark brown eyes.
I think they caught the drift from earlier. I would hope.
Just want to make it clear. So this lady was talking, and she was talking with so much passion and hurt. And she's saying, as a Black person, because she personally identifies as Black, but she realizes that she doesn't look Black, and sometimes it's a little weird. And she said, I don't encourage or promote interracial relationships between specifically Black and white people, but love who you love. Basically, she's like, if you fall in love with a white person as a Black person or vice versa, that's who you fell in love with. You can't change that. But she's personally not advocating. That's the word she used. She says, I'm personally not advocating for it because her mom was white, her dad was Black. I don't know if her dad was in her life growing up, but she talked a lot about her mom's side, the white side, saying that they made sure to teach her all the things about her white heritage and all the history and all of that, and they taught her nothing about the Black history heritage she has. And they would make comments, and it wasn't always favorable towards Black people. And sometimes because she even though she looks very close to them, she's still not as white as them because she got Black in her. And so she would get like comments, and like she would feel a little outcasted sometimes. And she said even like stuff, it just didn't feel like they cared much for the Black side. They wanted to wash it out of her, erase that part, erase her white. And so she was crying, and she's like, even my own mother, like, she's my mom and I love her, but I have to say this woman did not make any effort to learn about Blackness and how to, talk about social injustices, like anything happening in the Black community. Like, she didn't acknowledge it.
But she decided to get with a Black man and have a baby. Okay.
I mean, that's a choice. So this was her take on the situation. And it was very interesting to me. And I date a biracial person as well.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, shocker. And so
Gagged.
when I
No, but yeah.
heard the thing, I asked them about it, and I was like, "How do you feel in relation to this?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Not the same because I didn't feel like I was learning more about one than the other, and they grew up around a lot of black people, so
Yeah.
didn't have that same experience." But
Mm.
why I thought I would talk to you about it today is because I was on the phone with some family members chatting today, like earlier on,
Right.
and some of them were like, "Okay, let me fix my hair." I
Let me fix my hair. Let me fix my hair.
was I was actually thinking of the Beyonce song. Let me fix my freakum dress.
That's my song.
It's a good song. But my
Mhm.
family members are talking, and they were like, "Oh, don't be bringing home no 1%."
Wow.
I said, first of
That's now,
all,
you know,
I'm like, first of all, what? And second of all, I ain't bringing nobody to your house. Who the hell are you? Like,
that is funny because my dad said the opposite at one point in time. Like,
oh,
crazy.
do tell.
Girl, okay. So, let me start off by saying this, right? I have dated multiple races, okay? All right? I've dated white, black, Spanish. I've dated a multitude of races, right? And I can only speak from experience, but my dad had said, you know, don't date anybody black at all. Don't bring that into this household. Essentially, I'm not saying that verbatim, but that's basically what he was saying, right?
Yeah.
And I never understood why he wouldn't want me to date somebody who's darker skinned or black in general when you are black yourself. So, and
I mean,
right, but
in our community, there's a lot of situations like that.
right, exactly. But I think it's because he saw how a lot of people were being treated as, people of color in general. And he wouldn't want me to continue to go through that cycle if I'm dating somebody who else looks like me or is darker skinned than I am. And I just don't agree with that. But because right now my partner's black. My partner's black. He's a black man, and I love him dearly. But when I did the white person, I catered for them as well. But I support, by the way, I support interracial couples. Okay, date who you want. Like, nobody should be able to stop love. Okay, like when it comes to like races, nobody should be able to stop love.
But do you know why? Do you understand why a lot of black people say don't date a white person? Do you see?
No, yeah, no, I understand that completely because they want to. They, it's so funny because I was. This brings me back to Dear White People season 1, where Sam was dating the white guy, and
Mhm.
she's so pro black on everything, where it's like we want to keep it in the house, we want to keep it in the home, and we want to make sure that this is black love and black love. I'm also for black love because I have black love and it's something beautiful and it's magical. But again, that doesn't discredit, interracial couples as well. I'm not going to discredit them. I'm very open and I'm going to be honest with my feelings. But yeah, I understand why a lot of black families. So I can understand why your family also said don't be doing that. So how do they feel with you dating somebody who's who's mixed?
They're fine with it. The people that I
Okay.
was talking to, they're not. They're like extended, and it's not even a thing
No, okay.
where I don't care what they think.
Right. Right, girl. Right.
You don't pay my bills, pay them bitches, no mind.
Oh, say it again for the people in the back who make sure they didn't hear that.
Like if you didn't hear it, you better ask somebody. But
Mm.
for those listening that don't understand what the argument is as to why
Mm.
not to do that, it's a school of thought that they don't understand a lot of things, and sometimes them being with you, a white person being with a black person, sometimes it can just be a fetish, and it's just a
Mm,
fetish that has gone on way too long into the point of like a relationship, a
mm,
marriage, and kids, and all of that. And you truly never know what the real intent or feeling is towards you, and there's a level of trust that they
mm.
don't have towards white people just because of for 400 years of slavery, you know,
Yeah.
and what they were taught as kids growing up from their parents and their grandpappies with the Confederate flags and all these things.
Mm,
So it's almost like this fear and this distrust that they might still hurt me, even though they say they love me, and even though we're in a partnership and a relationship and we're intimate and whatever.
mhm.
It's like when you watch Get Out, it's like you
Girl,
girl and
that right there.
to the family, and then it turns out they want to harm you. It's like you never know. It's that
Yeah.
fear and this distrust because they've hurt us for so many years. It's instilled in us to fear them because you don't know what the hell they're going to do, and not to trust them because every time we've trusted them, they've
Mhm.
turned around and messed us up without any lube, basically.
And it's crazy that you say that because it brings you brought up Get Out. As a child, I don't know if you remember the movie, but Save the Last Dance.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that movie?
I love that.
And love that movie too. Oh my god! But first of all, her dance break for Juilliard was crazy. All right, remember that little hip hop ballet?
Listen,
Whatever. Okay,
back
that's
in the
not.
early 2000s, that was the thing.
Yeah, that was
Me,
a choice.
me as a child watching it back then, I was like, "What is this?"
Right. I remember I was like, okay, whatever. I'm getting sidetracked, getting beside myself. But again, there was a fight between the white girl and the black girl in the basketball court, and at the end of the fight, she was like, you know, y'all as white women always want to take our men, always
Yeah.
want to take our black men. So I can see where the argument, and it's like, you know, growing up, that can also be an issue. I remember thinking to myself as a kid, like, why, for some reason, that felt serious to me as a kid. I just never identified as to why that felt serious to me as a kid, you know? I was like, why would she say something like that? I'm confused, you know? And then growing up, I can understand why she said that, you know? Do I agree with it? Not necessarily, but I can understand because of, you know, what goes on in the world. But yeah, like this is a very, very touchy subject with a lot of people. And I just say, let's be open-minded. Okay. We need to be open-minded and really just accept people for some of their choices that they make in life. You know, we don't have to agree, but we do have to accept.
Yeah. Love is love. You can't really, I personally don't see it for me in certain people, but
Yeah.
if it's in the cards for me, it's in the cards for me. And I've had a lot of people in my life over the years that before I met them, I didn't think that's what I would be interested in.
Mm-hmm.
But it's never about that image, you know, it's always for me about what's inside and what the connection is. So that's what I think
agreed.
about that.
Like,
And by the way, guys listening, we're not going to go deep into a whole lot of history and a whole lot of with this conversation.
yeah, there's a lot.
That's not really what we do. And I could do that because God knows I have some thoughts and opinions, and I could school y'all on a long ass history lesson because history is my favorite topic. But
Really?
I think I've said this a million times. You don't.
Yeah, I think you said. But listen, I always get surprised because I do not like history.
History is where when I did history in school, that's where I fell in love with reading because I didn't like to read. Then when I started reading history, I was like, this is so interesting. This is mind blowing that this happened. Like, this is not a movie. This is real life, and this shit happened, and we're still here. And so I just fell in love with it, and I just read, and yeah. But
Interesting, because not to cut you off, but you know, I stopped reading books and started reading people. So that was like a thing I do now. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. Okay.
Read the bitch. Yeah, but that's not the type of show that I'm trying to create here. We will touch on serious topics right now and then, but as you can tell, we are very lighthearted. I'm not trying to make
Yeah,
this
very.
heavy. I'm not trying to make this. You can think. The whole reason why I decided to do this topic is because I would like y'all to think about it. Think about why what the different reasons why people would have different opinions on the whole thing. But I'm not going to tell you what to think. I'm not going to give you all of my opinions on this because I feel like this could easily be a 5-parter.
Child, right? Because my brain is going. Boop, boop,
And I'm
boop,
not trying to do that. But yeah, a lot of people have an issue with it, and it's mostly between black and white. And one of the things I said to them is, you're so focused on what they did, which is true. They did all of these horrible things to us as black people. And one of my questions was, do you believe that every white person is born innately racist? That was one of the questions I asked. The response was, no, but maybe. I'm like, okay, that's your thought process behind it. I don't.
Interesting.
Because their thought was just like how black people can be born with a lot of trauma based off of our ancestors going through slavery for so many years, and it's like all those feelings of being passed down through your bloodline. I think that same way those racist feelings have been passed down to a lot of white people. Innately, they just feel like they are a superior race and that they are better than, and that they need to be above everyone outside of them. And I was like, I mean, points are being made. Scientists did research about it and said that trauma has been passed down to a lot of us as black people. So
definitely read about that.
For racism to be passed down to a lot of white people. No. I'm not a scientist. I didn't do my own personal research on it. You know?
Right.
But that was their thought process. And there's also the school of thought that racism is not innate, but it's taught. And so if that's the case, you never know. They could not have been taught to be that way, and they could be genuinely really good people that just love you and want to be with you.
Right.
There's a whole lot of ways to go about it.
Yeah, but also this is like a big thing for me, because when I was dating my white partner at the time, he was aware of his privilege. He was aware of it. So like in the partnership, he was aware that he wouldn't be looked at differently when we walk down Walmart together and get things, and I would be looked, because they actually went through a situation where somebody harassed me in Walmart and mistaken me for somebody else. So
I don't know if I told the story on here, but I know I told you the story of the Walmart. Like, I walk in, camera check on this aisle. I'm like, but this is the aisle I'm in. I'm stealing something.
At this point, I'll put on the show. You'd be like, yeah, I'm the bitch. Like, you're like, oh, you want a show? You gonna get one?
Yeah, ridiculous. What I won't do though. This isn't dating, but I personally am not going on any camping trips, any boat trips, any faraway trips with no group of white people by myself. And that's on period.
Get out, girl. Get out.
And that is no shade to anybody who's listening that happen to be white. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying that based off of historical data and the fact that I am not about that life, to be in the woods, I like a hotel. There's been so many instances where I've seen one black friend and a bunch of white friends go out on a boat trip, and the black friend just ends up missing or dead, and nothing comes out of it. Again, some camping trip, some trip in the woods, cabin, the black friend just dead. No one gets arrested, nothing comes of it. And it's like, some of these people be having us as friends to kill our asses for sport. And that's just how I feel about it. We can argue in the comments. I don't care. I'm just saying.
Listen,
I'm not saying
y'all see
you
Get Out?
I'm not sure. I'm not saying you who is listening right now is one of those type of
Yeah.
persons who want to befriend a person of color. Pull them into a false sense of security, invite them out to some faraway place and hunt them for sport, kill them, knowing that the system is built to protect you and you will not be persecuted for it. I'm just saying that there are people out there that happen to be white, that happen to don't like black people, that happen to just do these things to black people. And so I will not, if you ever hear me say, I'm going to the woods, bitch, next weekend with all my white friends, bitch.
I'm on my way.
Slap me.
Girl, I'm
because
on
I've
my
been drinking
way.
the Kool-Aid. They've hypnotized me with the teacup because something is off, because I ain't doing that.
Yes, girl.
I'm just saying.
I'm the friend. I'm the friend that pulls up. Girl, I'm pulling up. Like what the fuck is good?
You're Little Rel from the TSA.
That's me. I'm gonna teach. We don't play. Girl, I'm pulling up. What's good? You know, I'm what's good? I'm pulling up. You already got, I gotta save my friend. I gotta save my friend.
Like,
we're not doing that here.
I interracial love all of that. That's fine. But like going away with a group of 3 to 6 people that don't look like me out in the woods or in the ocean where nobody can hear me scream. No.
I've been camping once.
with a bunch of them?
Nah, with that, this is gonna sound crazy, y'all. Don't judge me. It was an all men's hood retreat, and I was a young kid.
All men's hood retreat.
Yeah, like a men's hood retreat where we would go out for the weekend and like be at a camping site, but it was like all black men. It was like all black men.
Well, you said hood retreat, so I assumed.
Yeah, so. I'm screaming, but yeah, I kid you not. There was. It was fun, but there were other like groups there of other people, like other camps that would come, and we were rolling deep. There was like 100 of us, like we were squad up. So and one of us go missing, we hunting like it was war. Like we didn't play that. But there were other people who came to the camping sites, and the other people, because we were far away, like I want to say we were somewhere in Connecticut. I don't know. We could have been in Wapakoneta, who knows? But we were deep, and there were white people there, right? And we got along great, you know? Like, but I noticed we were the only black people there. I mean, granted, we outnumbered everybody.
Yeah, but the thing is, camping in that type of situation is not necessarily something that a large number of people from the black community do.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are a lot of black people that go camping, but it's not one of the most popular pastimes in our community. That's for sure.
I mean, but it was a good experience, though. I've had plenty of memories from there. I mean, it's an all boys men's retreat.
You must have been getting an eyeful.
Shower time was a great time for me. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just joking. Actually, shower time was the worst time for me. I could not stand it. But my cabin mate, I had a crush on because he was fun. And I was like, yes. I had my fingers crossed on the bus like, oh, he was fine, y'all. He was fine. But yeah. Go ahead, you were saying.
Just like in awe of this whole hood retreat. It's so interesting.
So I'll tell you more about it after this.
Yes, we have to talk about that some more.
Yeah,
I've never been camping, and I don't really wish to.
Wow. You know what? We should plan a camping trip to like the YMCA.
Yeah, we could do that.
That did not sound convincing.
For an hour.
An hour, it's gonna be for an hour. Just swim in the the lake. Can you swim?
Yeah, I can swim.
Perfect. So we're good to go.
Black people can swim.
There you go.
But I think that's all the time we have for this week, guys. Thank you so much for listening on whatever platform you're on. Thank you for watching if you're on YouTube. Give it up for Danny one time. Ooh, ooh. All right, guys. Until next time. Bye. Hey beautiful humans, you've made it this far in this video, why not subscribe to my Patreon? You can sign up for exclusive content I don't post on YouTube, or support me making content for this channel. Speaking of, why don't you watch another video?